Welcome to House Hunters International. We are Ben and Rebecca, a couple of insatiable travelers from Alaska who are looking for a second home in France. And after a decade on the road, the idea of a home without wheels sounds very nice. We could totally put this on Airbnb all day long. In our European travels, we have driven to 21 countries so far, and between being dog-friendly for flying in and out with Lucy and storing our truck here, we're always returning to France. So why not buy a little home here? The land is beautiful, the people are kind, and the food is downright amazing. We saw a house for sale in a Facebook group, and lo and behold, we're in the area to attend the open house.
Has a little bit of that grandma's house feel and smell to it, though.
We are also exploring the nearby village and a restaurant with the wildest Google reviews and owner replies we have ever seen. It's so outrageous that we had to check it out for ourselves.
A little bit awkward. I still had bread to make and she came and
took the chutney away.
You ready to go, Luce? Huh? Let's go for a walk. And we always talk so much about how we love France and really enjoy our time here. And I thought it'd be a good day to go house hunting.
Heck yeah, let's go house hunting.
You know, we gotta look for something within our price range, and waterfront would be nice.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a garden so we could, or a river, just someplace that you can go on the water, not like just a little pond.
Okay.
So, some bedrooms for guests.
Mm-hmm.
Garden. I'd like to have some chickens and goats.
Yep.
Yeah.
Be able to put back our own produce from the garden, some trees like pears, plums, peaches.
And I know we might find something out of our price range a little bit, but some extra bedrooms that we could rent out on Airbnb would be helpful too to make ends meet. Tell you one thing for sure, whatever property we do get has to be dog friendly for Lucy. This little puppy is the best.
Oh, it's so much fun to ride the train. You just sit and read while somebody else drives you somewhere. Look, there's people actually reading. You can see them.
It's a quiet train.
Great.
Yeah. So this is a pretty nice campsite for one of those paid airs. That's the shower house. There's 2 stalls in there complete with the toilet, the shower, the sink, all in your own little private area. Quite nice. And electrical hookups. The worst part, I guess, some could say would be the train. And it wasn't horrible. But the slope of the ground. You'll see cameras even demonstrating it because we're using a gimbal. But yeah, there's definitely a slope to my left. And exiting the park, there's the trash and where you dump and fill. Here is the entry pad and the machine. Yes, we're figuring things out still. We will never know all of it. But that's kind of what we signed up for, right?
That's what you keep saying.
We have about an hour to kill before the open house starts, which is just enough time to visit the local creperie. Bonjour. Bonjour. Oui.
Well, this is a first. The cider was brought out with a bowl. So I am Japanese, so I'm not foreign to using bowls for things, but I've just never used it for cider. And Rebecca went on to Google, and in Breton, it's a thing. So, do you drink it like the Japanese do soup?
I don't know. It's supposed to help dissipate the fizz.
It's a very good cider.
Is it? Okay.
Okay, this is a ham, cheese, egg, and mushroom crepe. That's good. a very safe bet. Like traditional, but yeah, totally good.
The one for me is served with a type of pork chest, and then it's fried in pork fat, and then it has goat's cheese and elemento as well, and then a little bit of
Arugula.
Arugula.
Oh, rocket.
rocket. Okay, here we go. This is the one that was a little bit unique to try, so a little daring here.
But still a safe bet. You know, you got
Yeah.
pork, like super
and
thick
cheese.
bacon, fried in bacon fat, kind of.
Here we go. It's very good. Cheese has a little bit of a sweet flavor. The meat is very tender. That's good. Delicious.
Yeah. Okay, we're gonna enjoy our meal, but the ambiance in this cafe or creperie is really cool. There's some Americana, like a fuel pump looking thing, and then some license plates from Canada over there.
It's my turn to share dessert with you, and we usually blame this on alcohol when I start doing this. But I'm actually sitting here wiping away the tears because we're watching this video about where all of the food from here came from, talking about how crazy things like learning to drink your cider out of a bowl. So these are the things that I love about traveling, and the things that always keep me coming back. And I get this way towards the end of every trip because I know our time is running out, but I also know we'll get to come back and do it again. But it happens without the alcohol. For our sweet crepe, we chose the one that they recommended. It's the one that is special to the house, and it is a crepe topped with an apple cooked in French cider. So here we go. It's really tangy, not super sweet, and it has a little bit of a caramel flavor. It's really good.
So we're taking this opportunity to go to an open house. And shit, we seriously are not the only ones here. There's a lot of demand for this property. I love the forested feel of the street walking into the community.
I do too. I have to tell you, from the driveway alone, I'm sold.
Okay. I'm almost sold on this property. There's a moat. Who would not want a moat?
Oh my gosh. There's so much potential here. Look, it's even a miniature golf course.
Wow. This has got the makings of like a resort right here. You know, you have lodging, you have food, you have places to entertain. You can make this like the Kellermans from Dirty Dancing. Nice. And once again, shout out to the landscaper. It is on a big river. Could definitely take a boat on this. And heck, look, I could even be fishing from like one of our bedrooms or living rooms. How nice would that be? The property we're touring today has been mentioned in historical writings as far back as the 11th century. In the 13th century, a house was built here only to be burned for the punishment of sedition in 1412. The house as we're seeing it today was built in the 1500s.
Properties of this stature, they tend to come with
History and stipulations.
Yeah, and this property has kind of been known as a women's chateau, or a place with feminine energy.
Really?
Yeah, it was given by the king to a mistress, and from that point on, no man ever lived here again.
Well, I don't want to live anywhere full time. I like traveling. And it is
I just
2024,
I don't want to curse you by
so
moving in here.
we are in progressive times.
We are, but it's something you need to know you're risking a little bit here.
So a house of women.
Yeah,
Wow.
you might like it.
Yeah, that doesn't necessarily sound horrible for part of the time at least.
There'll only be one living here when you're living here, sorry.
Seriously, I hate open houses. They are so crowded. really like this floor. I've always kind of envisioned having a car garage workshop with this whole checkered flag look from racing.
So you're gonna drive your cars in here?
Yeah, I could totally park in there.
And you're
Create a
gonna fish
nice-
from the windows in your boxers.
Yeah, boxer briefs.
Where am I gonna live?
From what I hear, it's a woman's house, so I'm pretty sure there's plenty of places.
Big enough?
Yeah, just give me a garage
Oh,
and a workshop
wouldn't that
and a
be
place to
fun?
fish. All right, well, they say this is the kitchens, plural. Looks like some wood for the pizza oven. Could totally go for some of that right now. Well, that looks almost like some sexual torture device.
Wow, now this is my room.
Wow.
I can hang all my drying herbs and make all my tinctures and concoctions in here.
There are some nice kitchen features. Yeah, crepe pans and a copper Berkey.
The kitchen is absolutely impressive. It's truly a chef's kitchen with pretty energy efficient cooking appliances. Bars.
I don't know, but that looks like a nice place to retire for the evening with a brandy.
Getting a little concerned. Où est la toilette?
The WC?
Oui.
Oui, oui, or poo poo?
Both.
Well, this is a very nice bedroom. My goodness, the furniture is a little outdated for my taste, but all in all, it is a very spacious bedroom.
I gotta say, it has a little bit of that grandma's house feel and smell to it, though.
Yeah,
Definitely need to be cleaned. I like this bedroom best.
the tapestries are nice and all that, but they actually, in my mind, I just see a maintenance nightmare. Gotta go. All right, so this is just below or above my garage, and it totally looks like a great place to entertain.
It does.
Yeah.
So I like that there's 2 levels here because you can have your garage, but we still have a big area to host parties.
And if it's fishing friends, there's still windows over here. So, oh yeah, you could like set up a chair there, cast your line out. Oh yeah. Oh. This room's gonna test the low light resolution of the DJI Pocket 3.
It is.
And on the screen, it's looking pretty good.
Tiny bed.
All right, aside from the bed being way too small, this room totally has like that whole 50 Shades of Grey feel.
Red ribbon paint.
Yeah. Or maybe even like a Batman, Michael Keaton Batman.
Oh, I see.
Totally, you got the whole Bruce Wayne vibe going.
High on my list.
Yeah, it's got good bones, I think. But I do hear there's some outbuildings on the property that we should probably check out.
Agreed.
I think this is maybe where, if we put some fenders out, I could park our yacht.
I think it's long enough.
Well, if this building's not already converted into such, we could totally put this on Airbnb all day long.
You know, the gardens, they're gorgeous. I just feel like they're a little bit in excess. The one over there, this giant one here. I'm leaning towards thinking like, take this back to growing our food here, you know, like rows of corn down there, maybe some lattices over here so we can grow beans.
A
Really
greenhouse.
farm to table. Greenhouse would be
Yeah.
great. This is just excessive. And where are the dandelions? There's nothing for the butterflies to eat or for the bees.
Yeah.
I bet they use lots of pesticides here.
This is great. It's nice and wooded, so you do have that whole nature thing. But we could probably draw in some deer, maybe some wild boar. If we're lucky, there's truffles out there. But I could put up one of those rifle tower stands and maybe even like a bait station with corn like they do in the Midwest. Seriously, think about how many times we are going to have to recharge our electric lawnmower at this place.
Well, I'm done thinking. I am not walking across the moat to the toilets. No, no, and no. This is not the 16th century. This place might be back on the list. It has its own apothecary.
It is. Ooh, here's the White Witch's lair.
Oh my God.
Outlander lady room.
They mistook me for some mythical creature named La Dame Blanche.
Claire, you are going to love this room. And Jamie Fraser will enjoy hunting in the fields.
Is that what he's gonna hunt?
Yes. Wee bonny lass. This be your happy place. You mighty kin in here.
Would kill to have a room like this.
I was right. I will be able to go hunting here. Look at that buck right in the field.
I think we need to revisit the discussion about the Hollander's garage up there. What about just getting rid of these old ratty carriages? Your cars could go down here.
You know, you want a bathroom and a toilet over in the main house? Well, you know what? I want an attached garage. No detached garages. Kind of a deal breaker for me. Hey, I wonder if they have one of those places where they force feed the geese to make foie gras, and then we could have foie gras. Very nice garden. See, this is what I was envisioning for that miniature golf area. This is great.
Not a very good kick. It has
Come on.
There we go. A happy dog. Shippers. But back to the house that we just visited. I really have to say, Ben, we would just have to scrimp and scrape together the down payment, and the mortgage on that place is going to be pretty significant. I just don't know if I want to be married to the house like that.
Well, my thoughts are we can just set up a GoFundMe or a crowdfunding thing and do it that way.
That's a good idea.
Let us know in the comments below. What would you do about this property? We hope you enjoyed our satirical house hunters visit to Chateau de Chenonceau. In real life, it was an amazing and beautiful historical experience.
Well, we're gonna have a little fun here as we close out our time in France and visit one of those cliche French restaurants with really bad reviews, you know, like the one where they slam the menu in your face and tell you
McDonald's is in Avignon, fish and chips in Marseille.
literally some of the comments were exactly that, like some of the responses to the bad reviews.
Yep.
We're gonna go see what it's like as an American couple.
Carconi!
But now there are some good reviews, so we're not
food
going
looks
into
amazing.
a complete crap ass meal situation. But there are some disclaimers. We're reliant on Google Translate for translating some of these reviews, but I think the general point gets across.
I'm pretty sure that some of the things that the owner responded with
Yeah.
are not lost in translation.
The owner is a little heavy on the keyboard. We'll just leave it at that.
He responds to all the bad
Yeah, I spent
reviews.
about 45 minutes just scrolling through the reviews going like,
Laughing.
oh my goodness, is this real?
Yeah, it almost seemed too crazy to be true.
Okay, some more disclaimers. One of them is about the service being slow. So we're in France, and a good French meal is not to be rushed.
Mm. You should expect it
Yes.
and hope for it and want it to last for a couple of hours.
Yeah.
It's as much the experience as the food.
Yes. And it's also not peak tourist season, and I could imagine this area in July and August would be a zoo. So that obviously makes restaurants slower. And another thing is that, you know, the French are very particular about food. They're passionate.
Yeah.
And
it's like a religion for them.
the juxtaposition is going to be that in restaurants, the customer is not always right.
No,
so
that's a very American thing, and not always holds true here in Europe.
Yep.
The customer is not always right.
Yeah. But I'm hoping for a good food experience.
I think it's gonna be great.
Yeah, this should be fun.
Entree, plate, and dessert for 19 euros. That's a good deal. Or a burger and fries for 11.90. Or a piece of some kind of meat with a salad and fries for 23. Good deals.
The menu outside looks promising.
Bonjour.
Merci.
It's beautiful in here. It's like a garden room and comfortable chairs and beautifully set tables. And they were very nice to us when we came in, greeting us and saying hello and smiling.
Well, the staff has been friendly enough, and the one awkward thing is our server came over like 5 times, like 90 seconds apart. Can I help you? Can I take your order? Like, but only in French. And a pen and pad out, and it's like, we're still getting our coat off. We're still trying to translate the menu. Yeah, great service and very prompt in that regard.
Let's start our meal off with the foie gras and chutney toast.
It's hard to be graceful doing this.
And what is foie gras?
Foie gras is goose liver, force-fed geese, which they really aren't force-fed when you go and learn about it,
They shove a tube down their throat.
but they say that's how they eat anyway. I'm trying to justify it as I shove it in my mouth, okay? I gotta feel better about this.
All right. Well, feel better. I ordered the vegan version.
This chutney is the best part. That's so good.
This looks promising.
Yeah, you're gonna like it. It's good, right? Like all these complex flavors, you keep tasting more as you keep chewing.
That is spectacular. I'm not a foie gras expert, but
That's good stuff.
that is totally
the
good.
chutney really topped the charts for me. Were you finished?
A little bit awkward. Yeah, like I still had bread in my hand, and she came and
She came and took the
plate
chutney away.
And the chutney, it was like I was dipping the bread into the chutney, but we're like the second people in here now, or the third.
No, I think there's no one else but us.
So we're getting very personal service. I'm thinking now that I've just enjoyed that foie gras, that maybe some exceptions need to be made on like how animals are treated if it like results in them tasting like off the charts good.
Like veal and foie
That's
gras.
just my 2 cents.
Merci. Okay, moment of truth. What's in here? It's gonna be mayonnaise. Do you guess mayonnaise or mustard?
It's pretty thick.
Mayonnaise or mustard? I say mayonnaise.
Gonna have to taste it to find out.
Yeah. It looks kind of mustardy mayonnaise. It's like an aioli. It's good.
Our first entree is the steak royale with salad and fries.
There's a lot of fat on this steak.
I'm serious. There actually is.
There is. Well, if I say anything, they'll say they're not the butcher. That's what they said in the comments. So, well, it's a nice, it's well cooked. It's a little flavorless.
Second entree is a duck breast with raisin, honey, and vegetable sauce.
It's very tender. It's cooked well. It's not like overcooked and tough. Very mild flavoring on the sauce. But
Is it cherry sauce? Is that right?
I don't know.
I'll have to taste.
Now it's my turn to try the steak, and I kind of wish I hadn't.
You know something else that I think would help? Better quality knives.
Yeah.
This was one of the worst cuts of meat I'd ever had. And for dessert, the very well presented chocolate melting heart with sorbet and other sweet goodies on the plate.
The sauce is really good.
I like a sorbet.
Strawberry. It's good. It's delicious.
That's chocolatey.
Mm-hmm.
I like
Souffle.
that.
It's good.
It melts in your mouth so quick.
It does. It's good.
Au revoir. Okay. Well, I guess we have to wait for this train to pass before we start talking.
What?
Okay. Well, in the restaurant, we kind of had to stop talking because other people started dining in there. And the room was just very, very quiet.
Yeah, it was like you said, it was like a library. Everybody was like...
But now we can share our thoughts in an environment, speaking at full voice.
I thought it was really good.
Keep it down.
Well, after reading the reviews, kind of had to eat there. And overall, I was not disappointed with the meal.
No, I wasn't.
I'm no expert on foie gras, but that stuff
really
tasted
good.
Amazing.
The chutney with it was
yeah.
fantastic.
The steak was a unique cut of meat.
Overall,
I'm
the
not
steak
sure.
was
There was a big pile of
grizzle.
fat and grizzle,
And it wasn't very flavorful. Like,
yeah,
like we've had steak, like one of the steaks had kind of Provençal seasonings on it, you know, herbe de Provence.
yeah.
That one was really good. It was like lackluster in addition to being a poor cut of meat.
And I think that some really sharp steak knives would have helped instead of like those
Yeah.
serrated things that really did not have much of an edge.
The duck, on the other hand, was very good. I would say it was cooked really well,
Yeah.
and it was very tender. The sauce was not anywhere near as delicious as the one from my birthday dinner.
Mhm.
That one was off the hook.
Yeah,
Good.
definitely not the best duck we've had.
No, but then dessert totally
It won.
brought it home. That was fabulous.
Yep.
The chocolate souffle, the homemade strawberry sorbet. There was strawberry sauce, and then these tiny pieces of pear that had cinnamon, and it was delicious.
And they were very patient with us being cheeky YouTubers trying to record our meal. Like, yeah, very patient. And,
Very attentive.
you know, one of the reviews said she threw the credit card at me.
Yeah.
Well, she
do
didn't
that.
throw the credit card at us,
No.
even when it required
A signature.
us to actually sign it. Because when you're international, well, there's a decent likelihood that you're going to have to actually sign when you use your card.
Yep.
Even when you do the whole
But she just
tapping
went
thing.
and found
Yeah.
she had to go find un stylo.
Yep. So that is it for the restaurant
Mhm.
portion of this video. At some point we need to start packing, but the challenge is, and this is our second to last night in Denny,
And nothing's packed, just to be clear.
but at the same time, if you go and pack stuff, where are you going to put it? Because it's going to be in this packed bag and there's no room for that. And you're going to be needing your toothbrush. You're going to be needing this, needing that.
Yep.
So it really works for us, as painful as it is.
To do
It's
it on
just
the
do
last
it
day.
once, all at the end.
And we can put the bags in the rental car tomorrow night.
Yeah.
And at least have everything out, packed and out, except for just like the clothes we're going to wear and our toothbrushes and vitamins and stuff.
Yep, we'll have a busy evening tomorrow evening for sure. But now
I think it's smart if we get on the road and get up there and get our rental car earlier, and then just get.
But we're going to do 2 o'clock when
on.
they come back from the French version of siesta.
Oui.
So we're going to try to pick up at 2, and then we'll return the following day in Paris by 2.
Yeah.
That should happen. But right now, I think we have earned a nap. You got some work calls this evening. I'm going to try to be a trooper and have my computer open and be working too. But there is a chance your work call might have a little snoring in the background.
My colleagues have gotten so that I'm always like, I'm so sorry he's snoring, but it's just so late here. And one of my friend Linda that I work with, she's like, it's okay. We've gotten so that listening to Ben's rhythmic snoring in the background is actually soothing. Like, all is right with the world because Ben is there and everybody's safe because Ben is snoring away
and guarding us from the other sleeping side
peacefully.
Well, okay, in my defense, when you're having your meetings in America, a lot of times they go to 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. But sometimes,
when we're in Greece,
I am
it's so late.
Asleep at 9 o'clock. Yes, I will not deny that.
Or 7:30 or 8.
It depends on the day. We don't need to talk. All right, that was a tight squeeze and a wonderful time here house hunting. This is about all you're going to get out of us for right now. We're on our way to Le Mans to pick up a rental car. Then we're going to be juggling 2 separate vehicles and messing with the camera. To be honest, it's just going to be a bit too much.
I can't get undone. It's tangled up in here.
Crisis?
Are you videoing this?
Yeah, why not?
Help me. I'm asking.
My hands are full. I have the dog and the camera. And your scarf.
Let me have the camera.
Oh, okay.
Please help. It's all tangled up.
There's one. And then a little McTwist. Voila.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
De nada. I know.